The story begins with us seeing a man named Cooper, who is heading to a very large concert with his daughter, Riley. A famous singer named Lady Raven was scheduled to perform there, and Cooper's daughter Riley was a huge fan of the singer. Riley had gotten good grades in school, so her father Cooper booked tickets for this concert to make Riley happy. Over 20,000 fans of pop star Raven came to this concert. Riley was very happy to be there, but Cooper felt something was amiss. Cooper noticed an unusual number of police and security deployed in the building, as if they had prior intelligence that something big was going to happen at the concert. After a while, Cooper saw the police taking a man away for questioning. Seeing this, Cooper became even more concerned about what was actually going on. Soon, the concert began, and Lady Raven came on stage and started singing. Riley, along with the other fans, screamed with joy, but Cooper wasn't happy. He still had some suspicion about the security. So, he made an excuse to go to the bathroom and left the hall with his daughter. In the bathroom, he opened the CCTV app on his mobile, and here we learn that Cooper has abducted a boy and tied him up in a basement. A little later, another large contingent of police arrived outside the building and surrounded it. Cooper returned to the concert, where his daughter was enjoying Raven's song. But the increasing police presence intensified Cooper's tension. So, he took his daughter to a store on the pretext of buying her a t-shirt of her favorite singer, Raven. When Cooper asked the shopkeeper for Riley's size t-shirt, only one t-shirt of that size was left. The problem was that another girl was also insisting on buying the same size t-shirt. Since Cooper and Riley had arrived at the store and asked for the t-shirt a little before the other girl, they had the right to it. But Cooper convinced his daughter Riley to let the other girl take the t-shirt without bothering the shopkeeper. Like a good child, Riley agreed. Seeing this, an employee working at the store named Jimmy was quite impressed by Cooper and Riley and thought Cooper was a very good man. He told Cooper to come back in 20 minutes to get the t-shirt because a new stock had arrived. But it would take other employees 15 to 20 minutes to bring the stock there. He said, "When you come, I will keep the t-shirt of that size separate for your daughter beforehand." Now Cooper realized that Jimmy fully trusted him. So, he decided to take advantage of Jimmy and asked him, "Why is there so much security, police, and FBI here?" Jimmy replied, "Actually, it's a secret, but I'll tell you." He revealed the entire concert is actually a trap set by the police to catch someone. Have you heard of the famous serial killer known as the Butcher, who kidnaps and kills people? The police have learned that the killer is coming here today, and this entire concert is just a ploy to catch him. He added, "I think he'll be caught today, because the police are waiting at every exit door." Hearing this, sweat began to bead on Cooper's forehead, because the Butcher serial killer was none other than Cooper himself. Jimmy's words increased Cooper's tension, and he realized what a big mistake he had made by coming here. However, he didn't want to be caught by the police so easily. So, Cooper now began looking for a way to escape. He noticed that all the doors here opened only with employee ID cards. When he reached the back door to escape with his daughter Riley, he saw a lot of police standing at the gate. Seeing this, he became disappointed and started thinking about how to get the security guards away from the gate. Just then, he saw a girl on the stairs. Cooper then quietly pushed the girl down the stairs to move the security guards away from the gate. As a result, the guards quickly left the gate and went to help the girl, and Cooper's plan succeeded. But when Cooper reached the door, he saw many more security personnel standing outside, searching and questioning every person trying to exit. If Cooper were to go out through the gate now, the security personnel would catch him. So, he reluctantly returned to the concert. His daughter was enjoying it very much there, but Cooper was lost in thought, figuring out how to get out. After a while, for the next song, Lady Raven called her friend Parker, who emerged from beneath the stage. Cooper noticed the route the singer took to come out, and an idea sparked in his mind. Cooper then went straight to Jimmy and asked him, "Did you bring the t-shirt for my daughter?" "'Cause you yourself said to come back in 20 minutes to get the t-shirt for my daughter." Jimmy said, "Sir, Spreesky, I was just about to go up to the store to get the t-shirt for your daughter. It's good that you came." Cooper asked, "Can I go with you to the storeroom upstairs?" Jimmy agreed. Then, the two began heading toward the storeroom upstairs. Upon reaching the storeroom, Jimmy asked Cooper what he did for a living. Cooper said he was a firefighter who saved people's lives. Hearing this, Jimmy was even more impressed with Cooper. While Jimmy was taking down the box of t-shirts, Cooper quietly stole his ID card, which would allow him to open any door in the building. Now Cooper tried to extract more information from Jimmy. So he asked Jimmy, "Do you think the butcher will be caught today?" Jimmy replied, "The killer will definitely be caught today because a perfect trap has been set for him." He revealed all the employees know about this trap, and the police have given them all separate secret codes. At first, Cooper was scared that Jimmy might suspect him, but later, in a joking manner, he asked Jimmy, "What's your secret code?" And the foolish Jimmy told Cooper his secret code, which was Hamilton. After this, Jimmy took out a t-shirt and gave it to Cooper without charging him. As soon as Jimmy left, Cooper got to work. He went down to the basement, used Jimmy's ID card to open the door, and entered a room where a secret police meeting was taking place. Cooper pretended to be an employee who had come for coffee. None of the police officers suspected him. Cooper stood there on the pretext of coffee and listened to their conversation. They were talking about the plan to catch the butcher. Cooper didn't stay too long, lest they become suspicious. So he left with the coffee and very cleverly stole a police radio so he could hear everything the officers were saying. Cooper then returned to the concert. Listening to the police radio, he learned that the leader of the entire operation was an elderly woman, Dr. Grand. He also heard some other words on the radio, which was good news for him. In fact, no one knew what the killer looked like. The police only knew that he was a man. Cooper now thought of escaping alone because he didn't want to get caught while trying to take his daughter out too. So he told his daughter, "I'm going out again because I forgot my credit card. And remember, if you accidentally get lost, come to the parking area." He then left. Going up the stairs, he saw a fire alarm on the way. He thought, "Why don't I set off this fire alarm? This will cause chaos among the crowd, and I'll take advantage of the opportunity to hide in the crowd and get out." But just before he could pull the fire alarm, Dr. Grand's voice came over the radio, saying, "The killer is trying to escape. He will surely try to create panic, such as making fake bomb threats or setting off the fire alarm." She added, "If anything like that happens, only women and children will be taken out, and all men will be detained for questioning." Hearing this, Cooper became worried as his plan had failed yet again. Now Cooper thought of escaping through the roof. But there were police standing guard at that gate too. Just then, his gaze fell on the kitchen. Seeing this, an idea came to his mind. He turned up the stove temperature completely and threw glass bottles on it. In a few moments, the bottles burst, causing an explosion, and hot oil fell all over a girl's body, making her scream loudly. Hearing the screams, the police rushed to help the girl, and Cooper grabbed an apron from the kitchen, went up to the roof, and began looking for an escape route. But two police officers, who were already on duty there, arrived. They asked Cooper what he was doing there. Cooper replied that he had just come up for some fresh air. His friend had been burned because of the fire in the kitchen. "I couldn't bear to see my friend's condition, so I came up to the roof." Now, the police began to suspect Cooper. So the police asked Cooper for his secret code, and Cooper said Hamilton, which he had learned from Jimmy. Then they asked Cooper for the ID card that the police had given to all the employees. Cooper checked the apron he was wearing, which belonged to another employee. Inside, he found that employee's wallet, and the employee's card was in the wallet, which Cooper showed to the police. Seeing the card, the police believed that Cooper was an employee here, and they let him go. But Cooper's plan to escape from the roof failed. Meanwhile, Riley came outside looking for her father Cooper because she wanted to watch the rest of the concert with him. Cooper agreed to his daughter's request and returned to the concert. And now Cooper had given up, as he had tried to get out several times without success. He realized that his game would be over today. But just then, Cooper learned from Riley that Lady Raven selects a random fan at her concert, who gets a chance to dance with her on stage and then gets a chance to tour backstage as well. Hearing this, Cooper was happy because that was the only route where there were no police, and the two of them could easily get out. But Cooper couldn't figure out what he could do so that Lady Raven would choose Riley out of so many fans. Cooper then used his wits and went to the singer Raven's manager and began praising Lady Raven highly. He told Raven's manager that his daughter Riley was a huge fan of Raven. He lied, saying, "My daughter Riley has cancer, but she is very happy to be at this concert." Hearing this, Raven's manager felt pity for Riley, and they made Riley the dream girl for the day, which meant she would get a chance to dance on stage with Raven. Riley was very happy to hear this. And now both Cooper and Riley were called onto the stage. Then Lady Raven called Riley onto the stage, and Riley started dancing with her. Just then, suddenly, a girl on stage began to feel sick because she had drunk too much. Cooper quickly picked her up and took her to the medical room. By doing this, Cooper created a good image of himself in the eyes of all the staff present there. Now Cooper requested the group manager, "Can we go out through the back exit? Because my daughter is sick, and I'm afraid something might happen to her while going out through the crowd." The manager agreed. Hearing this, Cooper's joy knew no bounds, and he realized that now he would easily get out of here. The manager then took them backstage and showed them the way out. But there were police present there too. Seeing this, Cooper became very disappointed, and he started thinking about how he would get out of here without being checked. Just then, pop star Raven came to them. She had come to say goodbye to Riley. The manager had told Raven about Riley's cancer, which was actually Cooper's fabricated lie. Raven was a kind-hearted person. It felt terrible that Riley had cancer at such a young age. Before Raven could ask Riley about the cancer, Cooper told Raven that he wanted to talk to her alone for 2 minutes, and Raven agreed. Raven took Cooper to her makeup room, and here Cooper revealed, "The serial killer, the butcher whom the police are looking for, is none other than me." At the same time, Cooper showed Raven his mobile phone, showing that he had kidnapped a boy, and the boy was shouting for help. Cooper said, "If I press one button on this mobile, poisonous gas will spread in that room, and the boy will die." Raven asked Cooper, "What do you want?" Cooper told Raven, "You will take me and my daughter out of here in your car, or else I will kill the boy." Hearing this, Raven was scared, and she agreed to Cooper's demand. She put him and his daughter Riley in her limousine and drove away from there. Meanwhile, the police were checking every person who came to the concert, and Cooper escaped right under their noses. Riley didn't understand anything. She was very happy sitting on the same seat with Lady Raven. And then, Raven also realized that Cooper's family didn't know his true identity. Now, since Raven also wanted to somehow expose Cooper, she suggested going to their house with Riley. Hearing this, Riley was very happy, and she quickly called her mother Rachel to tell her that the famous pop star Raven was coming to their house. Cooper understood Raven's trick well, but he couldn't do anything because his daughter was present. A while later, Raven arrived at Cooper's house, and we see that Cooper has a wife, Rachel, and a son at home. And none of his family members know that Cooper is a killer. Here, Cooper threatened Raven that if she tried to call the police or tell his family anything, he would kill the boy. Raven sat at the table and ate with Cooper's entire family, and she also told the family that her concert was a trap set to catch the killer named the Butcher. Some anonymous person had tipped off the police about the Butcher. That anonymous person had mentioned that the Butcher had a brown car, and Raven began to give Cooper's family more clues about the Butcher. Now, just before Raven could reveal all his secrets in front of Cooper's family, Cooper said, "You must be very busy. You should leave. But Raven said that she wanted to sing a song on their piano before leaving. She also seated Riley next to her. Here, Cooper started recording their video like a good father. After the song ended, Raven hid her mobile in her dress and said, Raven first opened the live footage app on Cooper's mobile and used the microphone option to ask the boy about his location. The boy said, "I don't know my exact location, but when I was being brought here, I noticed a blue gate of the house, and near the house I saw a broken lion statue." Knowing this, Raven quickly went live on her Instagram and told her fans, "There is a house near a broken lion statue with a blue door. If anyone sees such a place, break the door and go inside, and there is a boy trapped in the basement. Bring him out." Fortunately, some of Raven's fans knew about that location, and Raven's fans set out to save the boy. Then Raven messaged her driver, "Call the police here quickly." Just then, Cooper opened the lock with another key and came inside. Cooper had locked his entire family in the upstairs bedroom. He took his mobile from Raven and saw that "The boy I had tied up has been freed by some people." Seeing this, Cooper became very angry. He put Raven in his car and started to drive away from there. But just then, he saw his family standing in front. They had climbed out the window and down the tree next to their house. Cooper couldn't believe how he could make such a mistake despite being so smart. Now, since Cooper truly loved his family, he didn't want to run away in front of them like this. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Raven got out of the car and went to his family, and Cooper closed the garage door and locked himself in the house. A while later, the police also arrived here, and they surrounded the house. We then see Raven, who gets into her car and starts to go home. But just then, a police officer stops Raven's car and tells Raven's driver, "You get out." I will drop Raven off at her house, and he drives away with Raven. When the police entered the house, they couldn't find Cooper anywhere. Actually, there is a tunnel in the kitchen of this house that opens up in his neighbor's yard. He had escaped from there. And now we find out that the police officer who said he would drop Raven off at her house was none other than Cooper himself. He came out of the tunnel wearing a police uniform, and no one recognized him. Cooper then put handcuffs on Raven and said that he had many hideouts inside the city, and he was taking Raven to a place where no one would find them. But just then, a lot of young boys and girls who were actually Raven's fans came in front of their car, and they all recognized Raven's car. So, they stopped Raven's limousine. Raven somehow rolled down her window, which confirmed to the people that it was indeed Raven. Here, Raven started asking them for help. But Cooper quickly rolled the car window back up. However, Raven's fans surrounded her car from all sides, which prevented Cooper from moving forward. Here, Raven slipped her hands out of the handcuffs and came out of the car. And in the meantime, the police also arrived there. When the police looked inside the car to catch Cooper, they saw that Cooper had escaped. He had actually mingled with the crowd and fled, taking advantage of the commotion. Here, we see the boy Cooper had kidnapped. The boy thanked Raven and hugged her. Meanwhile, Rachel returned to her house and she left her daughter Riley and son at Dr. Grant's house. When Rachel went toward the kitchen, she saw that Cooper was already waiting for her at home. He was wondering how the police knew that the killer was going to attend the concert. And Cooper learns that the anonymous person was none other than his wife, Rachel. Rachel also admitted this. She said that initially she suspected Cooper was having an affair because his clothes always smelled like a hospital. Actually, he used some medical liquid to clean the blood from his clothes. Then one day, Rachel followed Cooper and saw him meeting the people who later died. Seeing this, Rachel suspected whether her husband was the famous killer, the butcher. Rachel then took the concert ticket receipt from Cooper's wallet and informed the police about it. And only then did the police set a trap to catch Cooper. Hearing all this, Cooper became very angry, and now he decided that first he would kill Rachel and then himself. Just as Cooper lunged forward with a knife to kill Rachel, to divert Cooper's attention, expressed her last wish to eat pie together and said, "I specially made this pie for you and your daughter, Riley." Now, even though Cooper was a killer, he loved his daughter very much, so he agreed to eat the pie. The two sat down to eat the pie. During this time, Rachel didn't eat the food, but Cooper was eating it very happily. While eating, Cooper said that he was very angry at Rachel, because now, because of her, he would never be able to see his children grow up. Finishing the pie, Cooper realized that some kind of drug had been mixed into it. Actually, Rachel had found Cooper's bag, which contained all the things he used to kidnap people. After finishing the pie, Cooper's head started spinning. He still tried to kill Rachel. But just then, the police arrived and hit him with several tasers, and finally, Cooper was arrested. While leaving, Cooper's gaze fell on Riley's bicycle, which had fallen over. Cooper picked it up and straightened it. Now his children also came here, and Riley hugged her father for the last time, crying. Cooper was then put in the police van, and on the road we learned that Cooper had taken a wire out of the bicycle tire and kept it with him, which he used to unlock his handcuffs, and began to laugh loudly. This means he was about to escape once again. Finally, at the end of this movie, we see the employee named Jimmy, who learns from the news that the butcher has been caught. And he also learns that the person he helped was actually the butcher. The story ends here. You enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe.